What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 26th of January, 2020. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Blogspot post list where you can find all these links I'm about to give you. If you're looking for the latest on the coronavirus, I did a video yesterday. That will be the top link on the Blogspot. I'm not going to cover that in this video because I got detailed information in my last video. See that. Let's get started. Well, what happened this week? Media fails. Second Amendment rally turns out peaceful and patriotic. Isn't that something? And if you're looking for coverage of the rally, got a 4-hour video here from RT. It's funny if you scroll down here and let the comments load. Somebody commented that it's funny that you have to go to a Russian media. Well, the comments won't load, but you have to go to a foreign media agency to see what actually happened. Anyway, I'll put a link to their coverage. Other news going on. Impeachment news this week. Trump legal team goes on offensive as impeachment trial accuses Democrats of massive election interference, blah, blah, blah. I guess it's Trump's attorney's turn in the impeachment trial, so it'll be an exciting week with that coming up. What do we got here? We got shocking Alex Jones goes George Soros pink pussy hat brigade. Okay, January 20th. I'm sorry. So I just thought that was interesting. I also heard he showed up at the gun rally in a tank or something. I don't have footage of that. Anyway, what do we got in election news? We got Joe Biden loses it again, says illegal aliens are more American than Americans. I'll put a link to that also. I got another one, Joe Biden. Joe, really? Joe Biden calls game developers little creeps who make titles that teach your kids how to kill. Okay. What do we got here now? Financial news. We got how U.S. major stock indices fared on Friday. Stocks closed on Wall Street. Okay, because of fears of this virus and whatnot, looks like the Dow Jones dropped 170 points on Friday. For the week, the Dow fell 358 points, and no Dow 30,000 this week. So what do we got here? We got all kinds of financial doom news. We got never before seen market complicity as everyone goes all in, even more all in. Stock market up, and away. Meanwhile, Pentagon racks up $35 trillion in accounting charges in a year. What? I'm not making this up. MSN.com reported by Bloomberg 3 days ago. $35 trillion? Is it with a T? Okay, IMF chief warns of global economy faces new Great Depression. Well, no crap, eh? A lot of us have been saying that for years. 1/9/2020 from Zero Hedge. From Bloomberg, we got Goldman. Look at this now. Goldman refuses IPOs to white, straight men. I'm not even going to go into it because I've got a lot of other news to give you. George Soros warns Trump of, now pay attention, potential economic doom before election. George Soros, this is from CNBC, warning of economic doom before election, January 24, 2020. Why, George, whatever do you mean? Over to, where are we at? New World Order and Police State News. I got a story here out of Arizona. A Gilbert HOA threatening to fine residents over critical social media posts. I guess if you talk crap about the homeowners association, they're going to fine you. What country is this again? What do we got here? We got terrifying Clearview app could be the end of autonomy in public places. This is from Digital Trends on January, facial recognition, yada yada. What else is new? We got French intellectual sentenced to 2 months in jail after calling mass immigration an invasion. Again, what's going on here? You can't speak freely anymore? Obviously not. When it comes to vaccines, you certainly can't, at least not on YouTube. We got secret court issue website takedown orders in America targeting vaccine truth sites. They don't want you to know the truth about vaccines. Interesting to note with the YouTube algorithms, I could go on a whole rant about this, but just YouTube search anything you're looking for, anything critical of anything. Only thing you come up with nowadays is official sources. Isn't that lovely? Of course, we all knew that was coming. Huge migrant caravan that I talked about last week apparently has been blocked by Mexico. Update on that. And where are we now? Are we still in police state news? George Soros says 2020 election will determine fate of the world. New World Order and police state news. Yes, because what do you mean, George? You mean New World Order? I'm quite certain that's what he means. Over to World War III news. So, scores wounded as Lebanon's anti-government protests turn violent. Isn't really World War III related, but, since it's that part of the world, I threw it in that bucket anyway. This is World War III related. Multiple rockets hits Baghdad's green zone. Trigger sirens at USMC. These are new rockets now. This was 5 days ago from RT. We got unidentified aircraft targeting Iran militias in East Syria. January 26, 2020 from J-Post. We got Pentagon now. The initial report was no troops were injured, right? And then there were some concussed injuries. And It's being reported now, Pentagon says 34 U.S. troops had brain injuries from the Iran strike. So apparently U.S. troops were severely wounded. I mean, brain injuries, that sounds pretty, I mean, is that just still concussion type stuff or what? I don't know. I just don't like the way that sounds. Newsweek puts this out. Intel report warns U.S. troops in Germany face possible imminent attack. Imminent threat of attack. This came out on the 19th. Some of these are a couple days old. I apologize. Press TV puts this out. North Korea in the news this week. Pyongyang no longer bound by commitments as U.S. missed deadline. I don't know anything about this deadline, but Lil Kim's upset. You know, he's so ronery all the time. What else we got here? Over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Significant earthquakes this week. We had a 5.0 in Puerto Rico, 4.6 in northeast. Was it California? We had the big 6.7 in Turkey. Some people killed in that one. 5.6 in Turkey, 3.6. Another 3.6 in California. And it's not updated, but there was just another 6 point something somewhere that I just saw come across the headlines. It's not on this map as of yet. Other news in the 2012 and Earth changes been massive dust storm, damaging hail, flash floods in Australia. I'm sure they need the rain, but they don't need the rest of it. I mean, Australia. Speaking of Australia, let me close some of these out here. 3 American firefighters killed in C-130 crash while battling Australia's wildfires. Rest in peace. That's just, oh man, give Australia a break, right? Is Yellowstone ready to erupt? I have a lot of volcano news over the past couple weeks. Yellowstone ready to erupt. Chilling graph shows startling rise in recent activity. They got the graphs on the Yellowstone. You know, watch the movie 2012 if you need some fresh Yellowstone doom, or if you need a reminder. Plague of locusts, earthquakes in diverse places, and weather that's gone completely nuts. Zero Hedge has a great fear piece here on what's going on with all kinds of madness going on. Maybe it's Nibiru though. I got a link in here for you, Planet X 2012 and Nibiru people. What if Nibiru is a great Anunnaki spacecraft? Hey, I don't rule anything out because you know I'm a 2012 doomster. You know, I believe in Planet X. I believe in the Anunnaki. I'm not afraid to admit that. I mean, you shouldn't be afraid to admit that. I mean, come on. Over to strange and bizarre news. Check this out. Mississippi man gets 12 years in prison for possessing cell phone in county jail. Apparently, he asked the guard if there was a place he could charge his cell phone. Now, at first, to me, it still sounds a little harsh to me. But when you look into this guy's history, he's, you know, burglary, this and that. I mean, he's got a lengthy history. I still don't think you should get 12 years in prison. I mean, I understand it's a violation to have a phone in a county jail, but I think he was being held on a misdemeanor charge, and now he's got 12 years. Not the smartest one in the group. Let's just move on here. Absolutely disgusting story here. Please don't spend too much time on this one. The headline, you know, this guy raped and killed this 92-year-old woman, apparently. He says his belt broke, his pants fell down, his penis fell in. I mean, that's just in the strange bin. I can't even believe I'm giving you that one. It's just disgusting. Anyway, let's move on. Affidavit, Central Florida construction worker with anti-government beliefs killed pro-Trump boss, apparently, January 21. Meanwhile, did you see this? Thank you. I think it was F-Town that sent me this link, or he put it in his group or something. Woman injures 2 after allegedly driving into oncoming traffic to test her faith. As a test of faith, she goes into oncoming traffic, and what is the matter with people? Bath salts? I don't know. Maybe she's on the flacca. Man pulled out of car while assaulting his girlfriend. Subdued by furries. You got that right. This happened somewhere, I don't know, somewhere in America this happened. And I got one more in the strange and bizarre bin. MSG and Chinese food is not unhealthy. You're just racist. Oh my God, what do we got for shout-outs this week? Oh, by the way, check my favorite videos. I always forget to plug that. A lot of fresh content over there. I'm constantly adding stuff to my favorites. I'll put a link to my favorites. Thank you to everybody who's putting out fresh content. Shout out this week, the Doomsday Clock, with all this madness going on. We got viruses, we got talks of rumors of wars, and Doomsday Clock moves to 100 seconds to midnight. Closest point since the Cold War. Check it out, Doomsday Clock, right on. And I want to remind you, if you want updates from me through the week, I don't always have time to make videos, but I'm always putting out stuff on Facebook and Twitter and Gab and the YouTube community feed. I got all my links at the bottom. Also, if you like these reports, please consider supporting me on Patreon or directly through PayPal. I appreciate it. I put a lot of work into these reports. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm shooting this. Between all the editing and all the link building, I'll probably head up by 6 or 7 in the morning. So this is how I spend my weekends, to give you guys updated news. If you can help me out, that's greatly appreciated. If not, my content will always be free. What else did I want to say this week? I don't know. We got this virus that's, the numbers on this virus. Let me just say something. I'm seeing reports all over the internet that it's a lot worse than what they're saying. But the mainstream media is not. Maybe there'll be a big thing coming this week with this fire. We got the impeachment stuff going on. They're going to be wrapping that up this week. Trump team's doing his thing. I mean, what do you think's going to happen with that? I mean, just guys, we got, as I've been saying since the beginning of 2020, we got a lot on our plate. Please rate this video. Please pass it around. Make people aware of current events. And as I said in my last video, be aware of everything, but do not be inundated. Take time to live your life. That's the best advice I could give. Turn it off if it gets to be too much. If you feel like it's getting to be too much, focus on something else, man. Do not let them consume your brain 24 hours a day. It's not healthy. But thank you for stopping by. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Stay safe.